Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gamebreakers. I'm here with my Gamebreakers crew. We got Thomas and Allison, we got Will, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are in the Tomb of Annihilation module, and having gone quite far, made it through the lost city of Omu and into its lower depths, we find ourselves on the fourth floor of the Tomb of the Nine Gods. Yes. Thus, as we find ourselves inside the bone, just outside the bone pit, there is a throne room and a pit of bones and some looks like blinded artists painting various scenes. One of them being a scene just from the previous day of Chippy being caught in a trap. But they all play out scenes there inside the tomb. Then the party had made their way up into a room where it seemed to be the sarcophagus of the discovered queen, the last queen of Omu. And while the thief did the jobs and took apart the traps and various other interesting tidbits, you should go back and check out that episode and our earlier episodes that led us here. But for now, we step in with our crew, looking now at the still preserved corpse of Queen Napaka, the crypt of the Sun Queen.
Yeah, we had opened it, right?
You had opened it, yes.
Yeah.
You had opened the sarcophagus. There was like an identify. There was some kind of magic. Identify was used and learned all sorts of really interesting things.
Yeah, I think Chippy cast Identify 3 times. One for the cockroach jewelry box, one for the scepter, and then maybe one for the orb.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And with that, there was the last kind of clue of, this is a valid and interesting target for some Speak with Dead if you had available.
Yeah. Not in my wheelhouse.
Well,
Yeah,
sure, I guess. I mean, who am I to disobey the party's wishes? So we doing that now? Like, should I get started? I mean, we're not worried about, massive amounts of damage from anything else right now.
Don't think so.
It currently seems safe.
All right. In that case,
I'll give you some backup, says Tim. He moves into the room next to Rogan. And then he comes back out. And while you cast the spell, that's great. But who's the one that's going to be asking the questions?
I thought it had to be the spellcaster. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it says allowing it to answer the questions you pose. You being the spellcaster.
Well, right. And So who's coming up with the questions and who's casting the spell?
We only have one person that can cast this spell. So
Right.
And it's not a ritual, so yeah, I mean, anybody can come up with the questions, and I'll just be the one that voices them. So first, can Tim give me assist me with the Arcana check to use the Mizium apparatus to cast the spell, so we make sure it doesn't backfire first, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, let's do that. And Tim will go in there and give it a look over and give his opinion and try to give you the assist. So let's put your character in there too. It's like, I could think of a question. What could they tell us about this tomb that we're in?
Right. Where do we find the annihilation? No, don't ask that.
Of course, we could ask about Asarak, but I mean, what do you know about Asarak?
Yeah.
That's a good one. What do you know about this tomb?
So, in case anybody wasn't following this, I just think for mechanical humor, Chippy's first roll, which was a critical fail of 1, yields a total of 17, which would still allow him to successfully cast the spell because of his bonus. The next total was 27, which of course works. So yay!
Right. Because you do have advantage from the assistant. Like, I could do it
Phew.
just wrong and it flies out. He's like, you can do it right, but then you succeed wrong, thematically speaking. Oh, that's how that is. So your apparatus is available, and then you have your spell active. There's maybe two questions posed thus far. Anyone else got one to throw in there? And probably take a glance at Azaka.
Where's the best treasure in
Wayne.
this dungeon?
Good one. I like it.
Maybe what's the hardest riddle? I don't know.
Where's the biggest 3 bad guys that we still are likely to face? Oh wait, I didn't say that out loud. Damn it!
Wah, wah, bunch. So
what Wayne's gonna pipe up. I don't think she's gonna know a lot about this place. I mean, she didn't live here. She was buried here. Like, she was the last queen of Omu, which means that, well, I mean, she died as this place was getting. If I have the history timeline right, she died as this place was being constructed. Right, Asarak showed up, did a bunch of hoojum, threw down their religion, killed everybody, and Wayne points down to the pit of bones beneath him, and then, I mean, and if he saved her for last, she might know some things about what's in here, but I just don't know how much useful she's gonna know about what we're up against.
So if that is true, what questions would you find pertinent?
I'm curious about the Juggernaut.
We can ask just in case.
Asarak, Tim, Juggernaut.
Also,
Tim.
I mean, this may be silly, but what if she talks a language that none of us know? Or she doesn't know any of the languages that we know?
Also a problem.
Do I need to cast tongues before I cast this?
Now we're talking about multiple spell slots to get limited information. Are we sure we even need to talk to her? Right? If the professor was here, it would be unstoppable. But I'm at this moment, I can't think of a pertinent question that I think somebody that died 3 generations ago would know. 3, 4? I'm just kind of guessing on timescale.
Was she human?
Oh yeah, good question.
Right, in terms of scale. Void? Who is Void?
One moment there.
Well,
Just a
in here.
second.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
There was
hey.
this. We're live on camera, so we'll just maybe sit back and chat and watch for a moment. You can
Yep.
tune into our stream.
Welcome to our D&D game. We are live on Twitch. But if you having you signed in, we'll mess up our overlay.
I'm looking at the thing. Actually, it's okay.
Is it burnt? All right.
We're good. Anyway, yeah. Welcome. Not the best timing, but hey, sit back, watch, check it out.
Here,
With
if you just send me the what's it called, the
Yeah,
Twitch, I'll just join that instead.
Sure thing.
the 3 had about 3 questions put together for your whatnot. But from the history about Queen Napaka, she was a Moan. It's human.
Okay. As you're talking about, how many generations past the species counts.
The
You're
writing,
muted, Thomas.
Yeah, right. 3 elven generations is a different thing.
Yeah.
the
So we get how
writing
many?
was a little bit 5. The
I think we
writing
should.
was a little bit different, but you kind of were able to figure it out, and it's essentially not any different for you now that you have the intermediary tool, the rubbing from
Right.
rubbings and other.
I'm just going to say, if we can't think of all 5 questions, I think one of them should be, what was your greatest secret?
So, do we think she knows anything about Asrak?
Don't know.
I mean, the Juggernaut, but it seems like the Juggernaut's probably different than Asrak or any other bad guys we're likely to face. But I mean, if she had some, but I don't know. I mean, they might well have all just showed up after she was gone. If only we had somebody.
Well, are we going to do it or not? That's the question, right?
I mean, I guess another thing to ask about would be maybe if she knows anything about the spirits here, right? The trickster spirits.
Oh,
I think this is something we can absolutely come back to another time. Like, she's not going anywhere. There will be plenty of curious scholars to come and to come and check. Chippy, I feel like I'd rather have you have an extra fireball. If it, not to put too fine a point on it, right? The spell slot I feel like is your spell juice is going to be more useful in the here and now than exploring 500 years ago.
so without retconning, at what point in the process, I've already started using the device to cast the spell. How far through the casting time of the spell before the slot is wasted if I cancel it? I mean, if I start casting a spell and then cancel it halfway through, but then I've been chatting with you the whole time. So, I mean, I guess maybe he just got distracted and procrastinated. I mean, I feel like I should roll for this because if I try and assert one way or the other, it's kind of self-serving.
Well, I mean, you
already-
definitely managed to activate the device, but you didn't have to carry through with the spell because that's your choice.
All right, I kind of want some crazy magical repercussions, but that's not helpful for the party. So alrighty, yes. Perhaps Wayne needs to just Thomas, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was just saying you're the caster. You make the choice, but that's my 2 cents worth. It makes my teeth itch.
Perhaps Wayne expresses that and Chippy starts to argue, and I don't know, would Wayne be willing to like glare at him or I don't know, something?
No, you do you.
Knock it off, wizard.
I'm not your boss, not your supervisor.
Come on,
I'm
Wayne.
just the guy who is gonna have to take the hits when you run out of spells.
It's going to be so much better for the story. Come on, at least slap me. Like a small slap, not a lot of damage, not a big slap.
Not even in the room. And Wayne doesn't know how to pull a punch.
So, Tim points out we could, of course, maybe come back to it when we're, at the end of a day.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is pressing.
Chippy starts narrating to himself, and without even an implied threat, the wizard conceded to the honorable, ferocious ranger's greater wisdom in that moment. Nah, God, all right. How about? And he wanders out of the room.
You don't have to get bullied into into doing a good idea.
No, hold on. I got this. All right. So they were under imminent.
While Chippy monologues, should we start looking for other stuff around here? Okay.
And as we had previously discovered, there was, this double wide entrance here, which I'm highlighting, and the secret entrance, which brought you in from the stairs. Secret stairway. And then this whatever intended entrance.
And this whole time, the painters haven't.
They're just detailing
us
out their
any-
scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have. They pay no attention.
I mean, we could just go down the stairs and rummage among the bones for a bit. No. Okay.
Maybe I just don't know what we would. No, we didn't detect anything down there. I don't know.
Did we do like? Hey, Roken, can you cast like a detect gold or detect shiny things spell for us?
Oh, if only. I don't have such spells in my repertoire so far.
Ooh, locate object. It's 4th level slot. Yeah, I could do that. So, okay, should we gems? No, magic. Okay.
I think we've cleared this room.
So we gotta try this door over here, or Do you want to go
Yeah,
upstairs and down the grand staircase? Let's check the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say let's check this door. The one to the east here.
And with that, you approach this door. Clearly, what looks like you're on the inside, right? It opens, and how it opens. And what you see here you'd be able to make your investigate check to, try to lay out the scene there.
I don't see it.
You don't see.
The room opening?
Oh, there wasn't an opening. There's a closed door here,
Oh, I see. I thought you said you were. I misheard what you said.
and then an opportunity to use an investigate to check it out.
Yeah, I shall do that.
I'm ready in action to attack when the if anything hostile comes through the door.
Okay.
Okay.
So I got a 21.
So you discover a couple of different things. First, that this is a type of door that would open by being lifted upward. About like 3 people, more or less, I don't know how strong they are, could probably combine and lift it. But also, it seems that there is one of those hidden pocket doors on either side. And you discover the recessed buttons that would open it. So, like, if you see where I'm thinking here, I'm at the south of the square would like open a door into whatever here is, if you were to, if you wanted to interact with that. And it seems like that one could also be either. It seems like there is some sort of locking mechanism which you could try disabling.
Yeah.
And with that same earlier investigation, it might also be forced open, similarly to this larger door.
All right, I'll try disabling it with my thieves' tools. Let me find my roll for that.
All right.
$25.
25 is plenty. And you are able to unlock the mechanism.
Excellent.
The door may be opened when you wish.
Y'all ready?
Is the big door or the little door?
Little door?
Okay. I will angle myself. All right.
On the south side?
Ready when you are, Roken.
All right, I open it.
And you open this to find a mess. There's a mess inside. Time to roll initiative. Are
My
we
worst
surprised?
nightmare, the mess has come alive.
Am I ready to action?
Just a moment here. Where's this? Why do I not? Oh, no, not like that. That's not what I tried to do at all. Okay. Bleep.
Dice roller's not working.
Uh, I believe they should be visible now. And then if you select your character, when you hit the macro, it should pop up there. But I'll go ahead and add the turns in. And it looks like Wayne's initiative is 20. Oh, no,
19.
19.
It added the
Yeah.
D20 together.
All right, there we go. Oh, don't you do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't want to load the. Oh, bummer. That's a bummer. Hooray, tech. So as we put our initiatives up there and get the other piece place.
Oh, did we lose Shregon?
Don't know.
No.
I have my camera off at the moment.
Oh.
My apologies. Yeah, but I am still here. I was just quiet for a moment. We're getting our. That's probably the best initiative you could hope for out of Bad Guy's initiative. Yeah. And now that we have some initiative on the board, does look like in place. Fold goes to Wayne after Azaka dashes forward.
All right. And do I get my ready to action off? I've had
Right, you had the action. It was ready, indeed.
Okay.
I think that's how it goes in here. Yeah, it's trigger.
all right, so that's before initiative or outside of initiative. Okay. Well, thus begins the stream of arrows through the door. Quickly look up to remember my attack numbers. There we go. Are they? Oh, they're undead.
They look it.
They seem undead, so I'm gonna go
That
ahead
is a yes.
and add my bonus.
They are
Natural 20 on
undead
the first one,
and they are evil. I think that mattered at 1.2. Yeah.
only in melee for me.
No.
Or if I activate the super special. Okay, so this is gonna double dice. I didn't spend anything else, and I forgot to say sharpshooter, so I go a couple of weeks and I complete. Oh, are you kidding me? Minimum critical damage. So that's going to be 11 on the first shot. Ugh. All right. Second shot is going to be sharpshooter, assuming
As
I'm.
a critical, it's such a bummer,
Ugh. um, are they using anything besides dark vision to see me?
The current, I don't know how much you know about gas, but there isn't any light sources in this room,
Correct.
right? It's in the
My real question
there.
is, do I roll with advantage because I'm a Gloomstalker?
They have dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, as long as they don't have anything else, blind sense or something or whatever. 23 to hit. This
Yes.
time it did say sharpshooter. Oh, which actually means it's a 13 to hit. Oh, not 23, 18 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, still yes. In that case, 25 more damage.
All right. And I think the first damage was 9, right?
Yeah, 11.
Okay, so 11 and then 20, and this is now 25.
Mm-hmm.
Second hit, all right. And with the second hit, the gas is, knocked back and down.
Slides down. Okay. I should have a line of sight on the second one for my final shot, and it is a crit again. This time with sharpshooter subtracted. So that's going to be 6, 12 plus 13, 25 on the second one. Or on the next one over.
All right, so that tears like a large piece out of his torso. This undead is not fully intact, as your attack seems pretty significant.
Now for my turn. Is a 17 hit?
Yes.
28 damage on that middle one.
And that will finish.
Excellent.
Beast.
And 30 damage to the one on the far right.
Right, that is a hit, so.
And then I'll throw a dagger.
All right.
Actually, that's only a 19 damage. I used the wrong weapon stat. 19 more damage, and that's all I can put out.
So the second attack on this one is 19.
Yes.
Copy. Dagger finishes, and all 3 are down.
I feel okay about that.
There is rumblings and sounds from opposite corridor side here to the north. As bodies begin hitting the wall there. Chippy, you're up.
He's going to ready an action to cast Firebolt when and if the next opponent comes into view, and or that door opens, or breaks or whatever.
Okay.
And Alex is going to move over so that I'll move her on the map, but so that she's also able to do the same thing with her pistol shot. And she's going to, I guess, not maybe not ready in action, but just as a current action, as a bonus, she will assist Roken if Roken attacks anybody, and then her action will be to get ready to fire her pistol into that door, and that's it for both of them.
Okay. So Roken with the setup. These three before you lie dead, and you do hear the sounds of those opposite.
Okay, so the three that are in this room are dead. So I can go open the other one.
You could, yes.
All right,
I
I
think
will
that'd be
do that.
your object interaction. I mean, it's a door, but it's also like a secret pocket.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so
But yeah,
I will interact with object.
yeah. But still give you your action to do stuff, and you pop that door open to, no surprise, 3 more ghasts. And let's see here. They should become visible now. But you may take your action, or the fox. Where is Fox right now?
On my person.
Up your sleeve.
Yeah, so I will cast Firebolt. Is that a plus? What was my plus? Okay, it's just. Did you say I had advantage?
If you had the help from,
Yeah, was that advantage or was that a D4?
I think it's advantage. Yeah,
Okay,
you got aid. You got help. The help action.
cool. So 25.
So the 25 will definitely hit. Yeah,
Woo! All right.
you got these two that are like easily in melee. You can see this third one too there.
Got 3d10, and then my sneak attack damage. So 18. Oh, how many sneak attack dice do I have?
6 now.
Yeah.
That is a stack of damage.
And then 21. That's
Plus
all
you get
on the one closest to the door.
Plus Roken gets a extra 1d6 damage from Alex's help.
Excellent. Another 4 damage. So 18 from the firebolt, 25 from the sneak attack.
Yeah, that's enough to torch it to cinders. Evaporates into dropping ouch.
And then I will back up. And that's my turn.
And the
And I use my
fox-
bonus action as a disengage so I don't get marked.
How about the fox?
Nothing for the fox this round.
Gotcha. No cantrips. All right. The guys.
Chippy had a readied.
Yeah, Chippy and
you
Alex
did.
both had ready.
Thank you for mentioning. Yeah, ready. Yeah.
Do that
So
now.
after the door open, that would be now. Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right after Roken.
I
Right
think.
before the cast.
Yeah, I think Chippy's gonna fire first, and then Alex will follow. Just I don't know, maybe simultaneous, whatever. But I'll do it that way.
Well, you do have them ready, so.
Wow, only 9 damage from 3d10 for Chippy. Okay,
9. All right.
here we go with Alex.
Okay. Several hits land.
So then Alex gets the extra 2d6 from the uh, the helping sidekick thing. So it's 10, 15 piercing from her.
Mm-hmm.
So plus Chippy, that's 24. Kind of weak, but whatever. It's something. And they're done.
So damage is done. The ghast, having taken several blows, does not look, well, but it does step forward and out to here. And it will make an attack on Roken. And that's going to be that's 24 to hit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing, let's see, 2d6 plus 3, 11, 14 damage slashing from its claw attack. And as it claws into you, there is a smell that is just from being there. It's awful. And I need a Constitution save.
Okay.
DC 10.
All right. Got a 12, so that sounds like
Good
I made it.
Good enough.
Whew.
And we have the second cast that steps out. And looks like this one's also going to swing for Roken. Has the +3. Yeah. So 18 to hit. Does 18 do the job? The second creature.
Yeah.
Mhm. And as these claws, there's that familiar awfulness. So an 11 slashing a second time. 11 and 11. Nothing of consistent.
So I took 22 total.
Correct.
Okay. That's only a
This-
third of my hit points.
This does prompt another Constitution DC 10 save.
Okay. Oh no, I had the right one. There it is.
Imagine
Okay.
if he trips the trap and both doors opened on you
19.
alone. That'd be terrible.
Right? Got a 19.
That is enough to save, and while the smell of them is something awful, these claws don't seem to leave any lingering effects.
Whew.
We come to Azaka. Azaka would step forward and make her attack here. Even with her bonus, that's not enough. Attack 1, attack 2. Whiffles. Draws her weapons and swings on the ghast. But it is busy making some diving blows at Roken, and they are poor timed. This brings us to Wayne.
Okay. This one's wounded, right?
You do have your wounded.
All right. But this one's still fresh.
Wounded and fresh. Correct.
I will sharpshoot the first one. Takes his bead, but he's in that position where he and the arrow are going to be following in formation on the way through. 23 to hit.
That's a yes.
I have heard is plenty.
Wait, what happened? He and the arrow did what?
He's about to do that thing where he moves stupid fast. So like the arrow's gonna fly and he's gonna be in formation right behind. So 26 damage to this one.
And that is enough to knock it flat.
All right. And then he is going to fly to here with downward angle, kick off the wall to push to get the momentum over this way, and then he's going to do a melee push. Basically going to kick off the wall and then do a flying drop kick, claws out. That's going to be 28 to hit. And this is going to be a shove attack.
Okay. That's a yes.
And let me just make sure that I'm doing shove attack right, but I think it might be a athletics check. Let me double check.
Oop. It is one of those actions and combat things.
Oh yeah, I guess
Knock it prone or push it away.
push it away. So yeah, so that would have been an athletics check instead. Sorry. Let me see what that because it doesn't take an attack roll. It's just a straight athletics check. And my
So
athletics
17 and plus whatever, yeah.
Plus,
And again,
so 26.
all right.
25 to shove. So it's opposed.
And then it gets its strength or athletics.
Right. Or dex if it wants.
Oh, right, yeah.
Undead, notoriously dexterous.
There's the opposed. So that did not resist.
All right. So I'm going to kick it back into the room and then land in the spot so that it can't keep beating on my rogue. The lunatic will pop up and burn a heal for 13 healing for Roken.
Thank you. I look a little less haggard.
20, that's as far as you can move. And then yeah, as a bonus action, Wayne will go for one more strike with the claws. Oh, I forgot some damage.
They are
3 extra damage. 25 for the next shot.
That's a hit.
Right, because the claws do damage just to touch whenever they touch an evil creature. So that's with so 15 more for bonus attack. Good. Otherwise, I was going to start taking.
I was like, that was real close. It was real close.
Right.
And there is a smell that kind of wafts over. I was going to put it in thematically by timing, but I'll have each of you make a DC 10 Constitution save. That will be from everyone that was nearby.
Well, shit. There's my usual dice rolls. They're back.
Wah wah.
Yeah, I failed hard.
All right. So anyone that was, adjacent to one of these gas had to face its smell, and failing that DC 10, you are poisoned. Now, it is something you can continue saving against until you escape. So you can save at the start of your next.
Oh, with no damage. It's just
No
like
damage.
in my nose.
It's just a condition. So you have a condition. You almost lose it. The smell is so bad it makes you actually sick. But once the moment passes here, these gas are dead.
So even though Alex is a good ways away, she did roll a critical fail. So
5
maybe
feet.
she gets a little sick too.
Within 5 feet. Now, with that aside, you have emptied these, opened these two adjacent rooms. And it looks like they kind of go around to either side of the door. Just being able to see it's like a little U shape.
So it doesn't look like there's another door on the other anywhere else in either room.
I mean, there is. This is a door that would open to the east, but there's these pocket doors, that slide in and have this little hidden area.
Right.
It seems that they're here, and it seems that there's also like those hidden doors on this side of the door, on this side here, on the east side as well as the west side of this barrier. So, given those options, you could try keeping the door open, or you could go check out those doors, see if they're trapped or not, and get them open.
I don't really want to go in those rooms. They're gross. Let's just break down this door.
The trashy mess. Chippy's gonna do a little Well, first, does anyone want to press the digitate to get the smell off them? Everybody okay?
Yes, please.
All right, so we're gonna do some of that. After that, I mean, maybe a little mage hand or maybe Chippy will hold his nose and use the tip of his rapier to poke around in the mess just to make sure there's no shinies underneath all the trash in those little corridors. Do you want me to roll a investigate or something?
You can go ahead and investigate if you'd like, yes. Seems appropriate. So you have your investigation, and what you are able to discern is there also seems to be some hanging chains in here that seem attached to the door mechanism for hoisting it up. The gasts are the machine, the door opening mechanism.
Oh, I see. Are they wearing anything?
They are not wearing more than
Rags.
remnants of rotting rags. Yeah.
So we're not breaking the door down?
So who's throwing down with you? Dow, you know, the Dow steps forward. Kamisha.
Let's
I'll
break
give
this
it
door.
Just
But
needs to be lifted, heaved upward.
Um, I'll pull on the chains from this side.
Okay. So we're talking about a combined strength
Oh,
of 33.
even better. I'm gonna take my rope, tie the three ghouls on this side together, or ghasts on this side together, and hang them from the chain.
Yep. Well, you get some weight from that.
I don't know if that lowers the DC, but
It's, we're trying to get to 1,000 pounds here, but with them hanging on the chains, and then we also have Kamesha and Roken lifting. Once we have all the weight on the chains and the lift, the door starts to do the upward piece, and you hear it kind of click in place, like it would stay open this time. And you have the door open. Now, what you see from this vantage point is a long hallway that points out to the staircase. Some kind of opening here. There's some kind of decorative pieces here. If you take a closer look, you might better understanding there. And it looks like they are some bronze sculptures, the head and neck of a serpent with its fangs bared.
Hmm.
There's you go back and take a look around it, and there is the smell of rotting flesh, both from the gas, but you can also kind of smell it from these open mouthed serpent statues here, bronze serpents.
the hallway looks clear though. Otherwise,
Well, we haven't had any investigate for traps yet, but there's no critters necessarily.
Yeah, I will do the investigate here.
We'll see what that looks like.
Got 21.
With your 21, um, we'll see that there's no obvious trap here in this section by these sculptures or forward.
Okay.
This side of the door seems safe. And additionally, it seems to be that there's some detail of the on the bronze statues that there is what appears to be dried blood in
Hmm.
the mouth of the statues. And as you're kind of taking a look around, down inside, it it leads into the gas room.
Hmm.
Oh, like you had to feed them to make them pull the chain.
I mean, undead
There's
gas would definitely
right flesh eaters and blood
say,
drinkers.
yep. That's what they are.
Well, I'm glad we came at it from the other side.
Right.
All right, after you,
I'll
Roken.
keep eye here. I'll maybe I should keep eye on the stairs here.
Good
Socket.
idea. It's a good idea.
There any? Do I need to make another roll for like further down the hallway? Oh, I'm muted. Do I need to make a roll for further down the hallway?
There does seem to be something to the north, but you have already seen to the right.
Yeah.
And the bottom of the grand staircase here, but you do see like the floor below.
All right. I guess
the
I'll
floor below,
do an
onward.
investigate as I look down this hallway here.
Now, looking forward, that is appropriate. I would prompt
20
you.
what?
Checking out this dusty corridor, there's a staircase that descends at least 15 feet below.
Okay.
And you see sitting at the bottom of that there does seem to be like looks like an old treasure chest with a rusty built-in lock.
Hmm.
And then this opens up into a larger
That's
chamber
suspicious.
beyond. Yeah, there's
That's bait.
just treasure box sitting here, unattended. No one's looking at it. And
What could possibly go wrong?
That's totally normal.
also there is the spirit within you. That mentions one of us ahead as you peer down this corridor to the north.
Go check it out before we. Well, I guess it's either that or the stairs.
I'll drop some ball bearings down the stairs to see if it activates anything.
Okay. Well, we had the investigate, and there didn't seem to be any immediate trouble. You
I don't trust
heading
it.
forward. Don't trust, of course.
And once the ball bearings get to the bottom, and assuming nothing happens, I'll walk down the stairs.
Of course. So the ball bearings roll down the stairs, and some of them go off to the side, some of them bump into the treasure chests, a few of them roll onward into the room to the north. There's nothing there that catches your eye, but with the ball bearings or the activity there. But before you proceed onto this step, there is something that does catch your eye. And it seems that there is above the stairs a concealed compartment, like a tunnel ceiling, something braced above. It seems to be some kind of hatch that would open to let something fall out.
Hey, where's one of those
And
immovable rods? We'll just poke it.
it does also seem like you could use one of those pitons that you've used a handful of. Would also do the trick here.
Too prone to failure. Here's a rod.
Right. All right. I put the rod at so it doesn't open.
Okay. You place the rod, and with flight and maneuverability, you get it to the ceiling and put it in place. And ta-da. With that done, you feel safe to approach the stairs.
Yep, I'll go down them.
And I would give you a second prompt here at the bottom. Make
Okay.
your perception, right? We did a thorough investigate. We got the scene. Here's some spots.
Already an attack.
22.
And
For
it's here
perception.
that you see that there is a very thin line that is attached to the chest into that hatch that you braced shut up there. If someone were to move or open the chest, it would likely open that hatch, and whatever is up there would fall out. But you
Well, since
put an end to that.
I'll open it.
All right. So, from there, you can open this chest, and I'll give you a DC 10 Thieves' Tools. It looks very simple.
I almost did plus 120. No, not that good. Oh, it actually meant to do 8. So that'd be 12 actually, but sounds like it was enough.
Okay. You fumble your way through some rusted bits, and at first it seems like it's more difficult than it should be, but it's mostly because it's falling apart, and you don't really need to pick it, but rather just push the open little pry piece here, and then it pops up for you. And the chest now open for you. Seems to have kind of some older but still intact felt lining. And you see nothing.
Yeah, that figures. I'll stick my
I
hand
will
in there
give
just to make
you
sure it's not invisible.
I will give you a perception check.
Oh.
Okay. 21.
There's an invisible key in there.
Son of a bitch.
Got a key.
You're like, just in case it's invisible. Aha!
All those
Nice
times they
finish.
told me I was being too thorough, they were wrong.
And you can feel it in your hands, and it has that kind of key shape. And as you pull it out, it kind of bumps and has a clear brass sound. Brass key.
It's I found a key that's invisible.
And
I'll put it like a string through it and put it around my neck so that I don't lose it.
And you think you thread it, and then you pull, and you're like, nope, that was a miss. No, that
Right,
feels like
yes.
it. Yeah, pull. Okay, there. Yeah, there it is. All right.
I look like
And
I'm a little crazy just doing this to nothing in
Right,
my
you think you
hands.
got it, and then we hear ka-ting.
Shit.
and as you do this, and you get up and you turn around, you see that the hatch has that release, and it seems to be opened, but you have it propped closed, so there's nothing there. And as it opens that way, you're like, I think I could probably just disable that latch and keep it locked too. Get my removable rod back.
Right? Yeah. I'm happy to do that.
Well, there is more to this room to the north, right? It opens up, but
Mhm.
as you come back to deal with this, I'll give you your disable here to recover.
Yeah, I'll do disable. Did you ever get your food, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
That's why my camera was off.
Oh, got it. I got a 19 for the disable.
And with that, you are able to disable the latch and recover
Sweet.
your piece.
Yay.
And now with your removable rod removed or returned, as you had stepped away, and also as Wayne, you'd stepped forward, more of these spirits speak up. One of us is nearby. More. There's definitely the whispers of like onward or to the north. So
Wayne's
there
just kind of
seems
like doing some finger math. Who's left? Who hasn't? Who's not stuck with one of these yet?
right.
Azaka?
She she had one if you'd
Oh.
forgotten, but yeah. Indeed.
I guess it's Tim's turn.
Does the lunatic have one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think the fox does.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
Alex does. So we got the fox, and then Tim and the genie, and that's it, right?
Seems to be. Well, there are 9 spirits, so
Yeah,
there's enough of you.
yeah, we got nine vessels, 9 spirits. We got exactly what we need. All right. Well, yes, let's go see whatever fuckery's in this tomb. Wayne will fly down the stairs, staying at ceiling height.
Yeah. Dark vision and the darkness and all the rest of that. One of the first things that is noticed by Wayne as you poke your head into this room is at ceiling height is one of those skeletons. It's also standing on the ceiling. They do that.
Not for
And-
long.
And of course you see it like turn and run.
Did it see me?
I didn't see a stealth.
I can't be perceived by dark vision, and he has disadvantage on perception. So my passive stealth usually handles it.
Oh gosh,
Passive
yeah.
stealth of
So you
one.
have the pops collar.
19. Passive stealth of 19.
Copy that. Yeah, it would take the double to. We'll take a look. It's definitely there. Does it respond? You tell me. Looks like that's going to be a no. It does not. So yeah, one of those oddly shaped skeletons, right?
Right, unless we need to roll initiative. I mean, Wayne's like, that's a key with legs. We need that.
It is an octagon head.
All right, we had a triangle and another geometric shape. So now we've got okay.
Yeah, a handful of them, right? Triangle, square, and a pentagon. So now this is now a hexagon. As you see it, and it does not see you. Yeah, you have your other party members here approach them, but what is your take?
My snapshot was a 17 to hit.
Okay, that is gonna hit.
Excellent. And I'm gonna go ahead and blow a first level spell just to make sure. 24 damage.
The arrow flies through, and the bones and hexagon-shaped skull with key indent tumble to the floor below.
I'm not gonna rush to get the key because we haven't checked for traps yet, but it's not going anywhere now. If it is, I'll shoot it again.
So, having stayed at ceiling height, and came in, we caught your first little skeleton, and it falls and tumbles, and you kind of look around, and getting a better kind of look around the room, you see that there are these 4 marble columns that seem to support this, grand tomb. You have these twin staircases here. Let's get some reveal. And there's a carving on the wall up here. Looks like some kind of maze. And on the floor stands a opaque crystal sarcophagus that seems to be shifting color. And there's murals on the walls. So now that we have a view, it seems to be clear. And with clear line of sight of the sarcophagus, the spirit within Wayne. That is, which one was that? Anyway. And what shall we do next? You got an idea? You got a good view on things.
Wayne just looks at Roken.
I shall investigate.
And as Roken enters, right, your spirit, the spirit in you also speaks up, right? It's close. And as those that carry them, the room speaks and pulls. The spirits guide you forward to the room. Now, your investigate tells us that there are some things here. And we have one of the spirits just looking to the maze. And one of the other spirits suggests you should open the sarcophagus when it's the color gold. Because gold is my favorite color. And with these various different inputs given by the spirits, right? Some from Asian and some from Kubazan. But we also have some discoveries. It seems that these wall below here has some of those pocket doors. It seems that there's 3 on the side and 2 on the bottom, and this is mirrored on both sides. There are a number of these recessed doors.
Lots of them. Wow.
And we have you discover how you could open the door if you wish.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And there does seem to be some sort of magical something with the maze. And the sarcophagus does seem to have a keyhole. And as you look to this keyhole, it seems to be that it would fit a particular key, but there's no mechanism inside. This is not a mechanical lock. This isn't something you could attempt to pick or disarm.
That's the door at the top? The north?
The sarcophagus,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
which as you watch, changes colors.
Hmm.
And it goes through a cycle, which you see the cycle that had taken the minute to investigate the room. And it repeats the cycle: blue, gold, purple, green, red, black. And with that, it returns back into that cycle of colors. So, hidden doors, some sort of magic key, not pickable, open thing. Right? The key isn't even a keyhole into the container inside, it's just like a receptacle to receive some kind of thing, magical item. Right? You imagine a keyhole, you could look through the keyhole into the next room because you could keyhole from the other side and but it doesn't even open into the thing. It's very clearly like just a receiver for something. A key.
Okay.
Pocket doors. Some kind of magic. Something with a maze. And there's the end of your investigation.
Okay.
Hey, Wayne, Alex says, you have a really good perception or fairly like I'm thinking maybe one of us could help the other, and we could just see if there's anything that Roken missed. Like, I'm sort of curious about those murals.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, I'm good at both. And actually, the spirit I'm carrying gives me advantage on wisdom already, so we could divide and conquer.
Okay, so we both do perception. Well, I guess Alex is just gonna. Well, she's invisible, but she assumes Wayne can see her, so she just nods, and I'm gonna roll perception. Specifically, she's curious about the murals,
Okay.
and she is next to Wayne up by the ceiling.
Well, looking over the murals, you're going to see that they are various different depictions of Minotaur champions fighting.
Hmm.
14's not very impressive. Oh well.
That's what I got too.
And also, it seems like this mural is also like secret access pocket door to a hidden room behind.
But the content of the Minotaur's fighting doesn't seem like it's really giving us any information that's particularly useful at the moment.
It does seem to be scenes of different scenes, different Minotaurs.
Okay. But yeah, just a general sweep with a DC 14. I wasn't really focusing on anything, just kind of taking in the room, seeing if there's anything that stands out. Sights, smells, weird scratching noises. An electric
Now, we
TV.
did get a really high perception with that 27, so I think I would also add a detail. There seems to be a ticking sound coming from
Hmm.
something in the air. A regular clockwork tick-tock.
Probably some kind of secret door there. If we're hearing a tick-tock behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is,
Or a
you
trap.
have, these are each a secret door, right? Each of these. And here, and here, and then also on the other side, it's like each of these murals is a pocket door. But this one seems to also have some tick-tock. Not necessarily really close, but kind of in the distance. Behind the closed door.
Then we have the maze up on the steps, and the tomb.
The color changing sarcophagus.
Right.
And as we ponder these pieces, I will go ahead and call us to a close just a few minutes early this evening. And I will say that I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And if you liked what you saw, hit the like button below and hit subscribe to see more of us. Hit up our Patreon to help us do better next time. Until then, have a good game. Bye, everyone.